Hi guys, how you doing today? My name is Greg and welcome to today's video. Part of the fun of doing these videos is coming up with ideas. I've wanted these videos to serve as kind of a video journal that just kind of captures the things that I find are kind of interesting. And today's video is kind of random, but we have just a ton of fog. Thick fog that is just socked in our little valley. It got me to thinking about my experiences with fog. One memory I have of fog happened when I was in high school, and I had a friend that I was running down to see from time to time, and she lived down by Utah Lake. And that moisture off the lake would just create the right conditions, and fog would just sock things in. And one particular evening I was driving down, and the fog was so thick that it turned a 15-minute drive into an hour. I struggled on this little 2-lane road down by the lake just to venture from one yellow dividing line to the next yellow dividing line. The foggiest place on earth, and that's up in Newfoundland, Canada. Where the cold currents from Labrador make their way south and then meet up with the warmer Gulf Stream, and it creates 206 foggy days. Another experience I had with fog occurred on December 18th, 1980. And it was a Thursday morning. I was in the car with my dad, and we were headed to work in Salt Lake, and we were in the northbound lane. And fog had settled in at the point of the mountain, and there was a thin layer of ice, and the cars were going too fast for the conditions of the road, and one car came through the fog and on top of another car, and it started a chain reaction, and there were so many cars that piled up in this accident in the northbound lane that in the southbound lane people started to look what happened, and they got into an accident. In total there were 134 cars involved in that pileup, and the freeway was closed for 1 mile in both directions. Wow, fog. And fog has played an interesting dynamic in our country's history. George Washington, back in 1776, I think it was August 27th, was able to evade certain imminent capture by the British forces because a thick layer of fog rolled in, preserving he and his army. And another situation in history occurred on June the 6th, 1944, D-Day, when Allied forces landed on the beaches of Normandy, France, and it was under the conditions of a heavy fog. I remember back in 1985, Utah Senator Jake Garn, he was a former Navy pilot. He was selected by NASA to ride on one of the space shuttles and serve as a payload specialist. Well, when Senator Garn got up into orbit and he was able to turn and look down on the Earth, he was just taken back. He said that even as a politician, he did not have the words to describe the majesty of this Earth. It is impossible for me to describe the beauty of the Earth. It is a breathtaking, awe-inspiring spiritual experience to view the Earth from space. But the thing that stood out to him was that this Earth was living, that this planet was alive. And fog is just a reminder that we live in a beautiful, dynamic world. Do you have memories about fog? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.